Good afternoon. I think your first step currently is clear that you are in a very good space, very good college, and yes, so you are learning good. So my name is Anirban, and same like you all, I started my career somewhere around in 2015, and I was just like a fresh graduate out of the college. So I have a slide. I know that you are going through a very extensive talks, and there are great sessions going on. You are grasping many knowledge what is coming over you, and yeah. So this all these days, I think now first week will be little under all the leadership talks and everything, but I think you are doing good. You are in a space where you are getting knowledge. You are learning a lot before even starting your campus and campus journey altogether. So I know that you have not taken any streams right now. You are into your fourth day. But can you tell me anyone that how many of them are already they know that you want to take marketing, finance, HR? Any guess? Okay, I can see three, four. Okay, some here, some there. Great. Okay, so why I asked this question, I will let you know in after some time, but I will just give you a very short introduction about myself. So, I started my career into this recruitment journey. So I was out in 2015. I did my masters from MIT Pune, and then one day our placement season started. 2015 was a good time. I went into an interview and I got into recruitment. I got a job into recruitment. I never knew. I just learned that how recruitment works, but I never knew that how practically it works, because in those days I don't think we had so many leadership programs. Many of the leaders came and they didn't speak much. It was completely bookish knowledge that we used to go through. Then I went into this recruitment. There was a company which I think the lady quite well she confirmed. So it was a company into all US hiring stuff, and I started my career into recruitment. So I was like, now I am not a fresher. I am into this company and I will learn a lot. I got trained into recruitment. Uh, Within a 2 years span, I did my US IT hiring, and I had 2 years of experience. Then I wanted to shift to a company where I wanted to start with some Indian hiring, and I was doing campus then as well, but it was very in house campus recruitment. Amdocs was a company. If anybody from Pune, you will know that there is a Israel company, Amdocs, which has around 20K employees all over Pune and Gurgaon. And I got selected. I came first day and I was pretty sure that I am not a fresher now. I have 2 years of experience, and I started. Means I just had a talk with the leader of the campus head, and he said that Anirban, you have to do now engineering hiring. I came down again to zero. I never knew how the engineering hiring works, how IITs, NITs, they have their campus season, campus placement. So I again started from zero and I started from scratch. I learned how IIT and IT hiring uh, happens, how the season goes on, how the leaders portray to all the IIT and IT candidates, how the engineering colleges work out. And then again, life went on 3.5 years in Amdocs. I had almost around 6 years of experience, and then so it was erstwhile L&T Infotech. So if you know, this company is under Larsen and Toubro, and it was earlier known as L&T Infotech. Then it got rebranded. We merged with, according to the market situation, we were merged with a company called Mindtree, and then it became LTI Mindtree. Post that, now we just rebranded ourselves, and now it's LTM. It's just LTM, and yeah. So I had 6 years of experience, and I came to L&T Infotech, And then again, I was very confident that 5 years down the line, I have learned all into this campus program. And now I am seasoned, experienced, whatever my life goals are, I am experienced and I can start working from any tool, any day, anywhere. I came to this company and they said that we have to start with B school hiring. Again, I came down to zero. And I never knew how the MBA colleges work. MBA has completely a different structure of hiring. The CTCs were different. The engagement tools were different. How, yeah, obviously, we are, as a engineering freshers, they are completely freshers, but management is completely different. So I started with all the IMs, big tier colleges, SP Jain, MDI, IM, ABC, ISB, and all the colleges in Pune, Mumbai, because we are spreaded across pan India. LTM, if you search, go and see that we have offices, I think, in 20 cities of pan India. So we are there everywhere. So we wanted to hire from each and every colleges, premier colleges, and from there we started. So today, at a point where you all are, you don't think that post your MBA one day, after 1 or 2 years of experience you will be a seasoned person, work experience 2 years. It never happens. We in India we have to start, we have to learn every day. It's as a management trainee, you will obviously join as a management trainee. So my part of the role in LTM, so I take care of the complete B school hiring pan India. I go to different colleges for two different hiring. One is 1 year executive MBA, which comprises of all the experienced hire from 4 years starting, because executive hiring eligibility criteria says that from 5 years to 10, 15 years of experience. Then comes this 2 years of experience, 2 years of program, where I hire all the freshers. And if you have any experience in any of the domains, so how many people have some kind of experience before this program? One. Okay, quite a lot. Good. So this session, I don't want to just keep it to the slides, but I also want to get it little interactive. So I will keep on asking questions. So if now I can see that there are many students who have good experience. So it's very good because in a 2 year program, and it's not a demotivating tool for the freshers as well, because the fresher demand which I get is only for freshers. The demand which I get for the experience from 2 years batch is completely different. So everybody has a different placement journey, and there are demands in the market currently. So I will move on. So as a management trainee today, I think I go to almost around 60, 70 colleges pan India, and I see that there is a lot of competition all over pan India with management candidates, because engineering freshers, the expectation is very uh, flat. They just want to hire a engineer, they want to give testing roles, developer roles, support roles, and the engineers start off. But with a management candidates, the expectation is completely different, because you need to shape as a like a subject matter expert. You come with a good domain knowledge, you come with good communication skills, and as a master students there will be expectation from each and every leader that you are a master's graduate, you are not like a bachelor's, and you have given 5 years to any of 3 years to any of the college, or 4 years engineering, and then you are doing a master's, and now you are joining a company, so you are quite matured enough to not act like a fresher and behave like a professional. So if I go around colleges in Pune, I can see MIT, Sinhagad, there is Pumba, there is Symbiosis. Every college candidates will join together. Uh, so my today I have almost a batch of 24 who are joining Shivaji Nagar, Pune. LTM, and I think they are from different colleges, Great Lakes, Chennai, Gurgaon, they are from IMT, there are candidates from MIT, Indira, Balaji. So there are whole mix of candidates, 24 candidates joining Pune. So the expectation from the first day is that you are all ready. You have, and in this current situation, every leader knows that the management schools, colleges are doing this leadership engagements with the leaders, and you are all ready. So now that you will almost around, I think, 8 9 months, you will be into a placement cycle, and then your placement starts. All the companies that will come here for taking interviews, for taking any of the demands that they have, they will only check some very basic skills. First, your domain knowledge, your whatever experience you have, your communication skills, and then they will start shortlisting the candidates. So for me, when what LTM does is LTM has a eligibility criteria. So we have a eligibility criteria saying that I will share all this with your professors. So the eligibility criteria usually says that 60% and above 10 12th graduation. If you have any experience, you should have all the experience letter, your uh, because for LTM we give whatever the CTC we give, there is a addition to that CTC if you have some experience. So that is our basic eligibility criteria. Then we have that we should you shouldn't have any gaps in your career. Like it's okay if it's been there is COVID, there are health issues in your family, so that's completely fine. But there shouldn't be any year down or something like that in your educational field. And you should be very flexible with all the locations and all. So that's the only thing that we have, and there is a online test. We have different kind of JDs. So within LTM we have two almost around 15 20 businesses, big BUs, which hire each and every year. We have manufacturing, we have oil and gas, we have insurance, we have finance, banking and finance, we have media and entertainment, we have what data analytics, we have business analytics. So in all domain we have BUs, and they have demands in all of the sectors. So you take any of the streams, any of the subject knowledge, you will have demands in all space. So as a management trainee today, what do you think, what is the basic criteria that at least from first day you all have? Give me one or two things that you all already have as a management trainee, and you are ready for any of the placement cycle. Any quality, guys, any quality, yeah.
Jain sir, I am Nidish Tomar. I think the basic skills is in me is communication
Mm-hmm.
and a little bit of the things required in business analytics like Power BI and Excel.
Okay, great. Any other, anybody from girls? Yeah.
Jain, so my name is Anushka. I believe that from my perspective, adaptability is the
Mm-hmm.
skill that is very important because
Okay,
most of the times company tells us to relocate. So
correct.
that should be the flexible one.
Okay, great.
Thank you.
Okay, so now if you see the screen, so there is a present means one PPT only dedicated to a resume. So what is the first thing that comes to a hiring manager or any of the recruitment team is the resume. I tell to any of the colleges to share a list of candidate details and the resume, because this is the first probably a official document that comes to all the leaders, and they will go through your resume. If you So you have to start building your LinkedIn. So how many people have LinkedIn account? Everyone? Good, very good. Yeah. So what every leader does before going through any of the interview, they will go through your resume. They will obviously go and check what skills you have, what education you have done past, and then what are the marks that you have got, and which colleges you have gone to, which area you are coming from, and all this basic details. If you see any of the resumes in any great premier colleges, they only have a one liner, one page, or maximum two page of resume, because many of the leaders actually don't have time to check and go through your whole resume. So I think in this 2 years you will be going through many of the internship program. You will have 2 3 internship, in this PGDM program. You will have basic skills, you will have many events within the college, and you have to have, you want to put everything in your resume, and you want to make your resume look impressive, so that it is eye catchy, and you want to make some spot in the recruiter's mind, in the leader's mind. But the mistake, or I don't know, maybe this era is more of into AI and chat GPT, and you all go through resume making through uh, somewhere from any of the tools which are there within the all the AI world, and you see that there, it's a very good resume, but means when I go through all the resumes, I only check very few details: what internship you have done, what is the basic skills and the events that you have attended, if you are some secretary, some leading any of the college event, you are making it announced in your resume. That is what the leaders check. So whatever you do, you are doing 3 months of internship, you are doing 4 months of internship, whatever, 3 internship, 4 internship in different companies, in different areas, you don't have to put everything in your resume. Resume is a place where you have to keep it very short and simple, so that the leaders go and check, they know what you are, and they know you as a person, what Anirban is as a person. They need to know in 5 minutes, so that before the interview goes on, they will first just check your resume, and they will start asking questions. So keep your resume very short, make it hardly to 1.5 page. If you want some of the resume samples, I can, you can get in touch, I will share with some of the professors. I have many resumes, the IM formats, the other premier colleges formats, if you want. So there is a so many of them ask that do you want to keep the photos, or if you have any college related document. Many of the colleges now have started giving a like they have a matter, they have a format, and in that format you have to do. If it's a college format, it's very good, because every resume looks similar, and then there is no a difference in two different resumes. But photo, your hobbies, if you want to give, you can. Photo, keep it very professional. Hobbies, if it's your choice, if there is a space you can give, otherwise don't. You can just highlight some internship experience. Also, internship experience is not considered as work experience, so keep this in mind, because 2 months of internship, however, there are companies who gives 4 months of internship, 6 months of internship, but I think as per university 2 months is there. So whatever the internship period may be, it is not considered as work experience. So many of the companies are, so similarly, means at LTM also there is background verification done for each and every work experience. So if you are showing an internship experience, be very careful to tell them, tell the company that this is not a work experience, because background verification don't know anything. They will just go and check your background for that kind of experience. So always write internship experience, don't write work experience and show your internship. Don't do this mistake. Okay, now the second thing is, okay, so how you get outside your this academic place, and now obviously it's very scratch, and it's just your fourth day in a campus college. But masters college is not about enjoyment. Obviously you will enjoy, you will get to know each other, you will have friends here, but always focus that how you are ready for a company. If a company start coming for placement, there are many companies, Deloitte, IBM, they start their hiring cycle pretty soon, like from August, July, they will start coming to the company colleges. So always remember that you have to be ready from the first week once you get into the college. So obviously college is an environment where you are very friendly, you have to do only the task that is there in the university or the college gives you. But corporate life is completely different. So I will give you an example. So I hired almost this year, I hired around 150 to 155 candidates pan India, including the experience. If I leave experience, there are almost around 80 to 100 freshers. So always remember the freshers. I see when they join, first week it's good because they don't have much of a work priority. In a month, they stop going for lunch, they stop going for snacks because they don't have time. They cannot manage the time. So start utilizing your time management skills from today, because it's very important the time that you are there into the company. Because today if you go in any of the companies, if it's manufacturing, it's IT, it's FMCG, everywhere there is a very strict guideline of working hours. At LTM also, if you work beyond 9 hours space, your manager will start sharing an email with you that why that person is sitting more than 9 hours. So you have to manage your time. You can't just ruin your lunch or breakfast and you are just working, and 9 hours you are there in office and you are just working. So you can't do that. So start managing how you can prioritize your work, how you can um, build your work and your personal life around it. You have to manage that, and from the first day you start doing that. Okay. Now I think this is one of the metrics where all the companies are checking its work ethic, soft skills, and I think all the understandings that you have. So employers have started now going through all this basic tools. Many of the leaders want analytical mind. They want to stick that the freshers. So earlier, uh, if you ask me, that a fresher would have very simple uh, expectation from the leaders. Leaders would expect that they should have a very good domain knowledge, whatever whichever stream they are coming from. If they are coming from MBA finance, marketing, HR, operations, they should have this domain area knowledge. But today if you see, so earlier we used to have online test, then we used to have a group discussion. Nowadays I think post COVID it has stopped. We don't have group discussions now. We have PowerPoint PPT, which I think if everyone, like 20 students, have cleared the online test, only one topic is given to all the 20 students, and you have to come with 3 to 4 slides. You can't copy, obviously, because 20 have got one same topic. You have to innovate your style, you innovate your PPT, and you have to come for like 10, hardly 5 to 6 minutes. You have to present yourself, and everything is virtual today. If you see at LTM, we do the online test, it's completely video proctored. A candidate has to be there alone with his laptop and give the online test. The virtual interviews are video proctored, so there are almost 60 70 images which are clicked during the interviews and the online test. So you can't just move here and there, otherwise that test and the interview stops. So the managers have started checking for the analytical skills. They want someone very good with Excel. So one thing that you can start, if you want to do some course or you want to learn something, you can go from basic Excel skills to advanced Excel skills. That is very important. In any of the leaders, any of the BUs, they want a very good person with good Excel skills. Then PPT skills, you should have good presentation skills, because I will tell you, many of the businesses, they hire management trainee. They first few weeks, few months, they will tell you to do some good presentation before some of the stakeholders according to the colleges. Obviously the stakeholders who are there, sitting everywhere, you come, you give the presentation. So my advice will be, you come once your classes starts, you start making groups, you start giving presentations. I think you will be having many presentations, because it was a mandate at my time as well. We I think in a month we used to give some 10. Every week we used to give 2 to 3 presentation in front of the whole class. So presentations, um, I think, and communication, I think communication is one of the areas I think all the leaders must have told you that one thing is important, that is communication skills. What segregates between all these candidates is how you speak, how you uh, present yourself in front of the leaders, because any leader who is coming to any of the colleges, be it virtually, be it physically, they will see you, they will see how you speak, how you can handle situation. There will be some of the stress interviews as well. But yes, so these are different types of uh, I think stages where you will be gauged and you will be taken off during the interview time. Okay, so these are very basic skills which you can just check. You have, means obviously pertaining uh, completion of 1.5 year in this college, you have to be ready with all these things, and these are the very basic etiquettes which are required from any of the fresher, be it management or any engineering students as well. So for you it is more, I think, important, because as a management and being in business schools, these are one of the basic, very basic criterias which anybody will check. Still, I get many candidates who call me up on the first day of joining that how we can dress up and come. So this is a very basic knowledge that any of the management candidates should have, that business formals is the um, first day, or probably you are there in a corporate world, you see other people coming in jeans and t-shirts, so you start acting so. But as a fresher, uh, till you get some good experience, you can't come so. So these are some of the etiquettes that you have to start incorporating. Eye contact is one of the thing that many of the leaders have rejected candidates because they don't directly contact, like they directly see the leaders and have the interviews done. So I think eye contact is one of the place where it makes you more confident, and uh, these are all the interviewing skills which I think the leaders will check. Okay, any questions till now? Anything? Yes.
So Jai Hind, my name is Vishrut Raghuvanshi, and my question was from the earlier part where you said that resume should be eye-catchy. But sir, for as a student myself, I'm fresher.
Fresher,
So
yeah.
how can my resume be like more eye-catchy?
Yeah, so I think, see, as a fresher also in this 2 years of span, there will be many college events. There will be many events which are happening within the, you can sit within the college. You can put those events, what role you have given to that event. There will be many internship opportunities which will come, small internship. I think as per university, I think there are two every semester. From second third semester, I think you will start having internship. So put your internship experience there, whatever you have done. qu- in 2 months you won't do much, but whatever you have learned, you have gained through that company experience, you put on your resume. So for a fresher, I think if you are doing it in one page, that will be very good for a fresher. So yeah. No, I think, see, first you put your name, your education details, then your internship, then your, if you are taking part and you are heading any of the events in the college, you can put that. If you are having some university, like many of them put gold medalist in so and so. If you have some extracurricular activity and there you have performed well, you can put. Then you can put your certifications. There will be so many certifications available everywhere. You can put those certifications, but always be very careful with certifications. If you have, uh, see, certifications you will do, but if you put something in your resume, there will be questions around it. So always remember, if you are putting any certification and the leader is a master of that certification or that area knowledge, they will obviously ask you some questions, and if you don't know, it will put a bad impact on your own resume. So always be very careful with the certifications. Do put it if you are very sure with the certifications. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so I think in this, I was just going through all the AI, and I see there are candidates who are using AI, Chat GPT, and today in today's case, I think you all are into this space where you have the technology everywhere. But always remember that nowadays what I am seeing is many of the candidates are good. They go through the interview, they go through the online test, but they don't clear. They come up to me with the feedback saying that the interview went well, the online test went well, but why I didn't clear the round. So it's because I think the knowledge, the core knowledge that you have in any of the domains. So see, when the leaders come, they won't ask you anything from your graduation, from your 10th 12th. They will only focus on MBA things. So whatever stream you will choose in coming months, be very sure with those skills. If you are from finance, please don't, just for passing the subject or for getting good marks, or just going through the 60% criteria and completing your MBA, don't just do it for your placements or college or something like that. Go very deep into that knowledge. Go and check all the books relevant to those area stream, and there might be any questions from anywhere. I have seen that for example, when I see banking and finance ACP interviews, they go and ask very relevant questions from. So I am not from finance background, but they will ask the ledger account, the basic skills, very basic to finance. They will ask this, and then they will take a decision if the candidate is good, or they can have this half an hour's interview, go ahead or not, or they will just cancel the interview. So they means all the leaders with an experience range of 30 years, almost around 25 years into the same domain, they know what the candidates know. So they get to know in the first 5 6 minutes that the candidate is worth taking the interview or not. Today you are a class of 200. I am seeing MBA candidates pan India, and there are like lakhs of candidates going for that same uh, demand which the company gives. So for me, if you say I have only, every year I get this 80 90 demands. So when I started somewhere around in 2021 with L&T Infotech, the MBA numbers were close to around 90 demands used to come. In that, freshers will be around 60 70, and others will be experienced. Now what the demand I get is, like in COVID I used to get somewhere around 220 230. Today the demand has dipped down a lot, like we hardly get 100 numbers of demands. See, similar like 2021, but 6 years down the line the numbers should go up. Every service companies, Wipro, Infosys, Cognizant, Accenture, Capgemini, they all have numbers, very few, like 50 60 odd numbers. So the competition that is there post this 2 years is quite more. So you have to start preparing yourself, you have to start having that domain knowledge. Obviously I think you are doing this MBA, obviously some might be for, they want to go to their own business, but I think 80% will look for a good placement. So why we do MBA? It's for good placement, to get into one of the companies, and where we can start serving our work experience. So I have, I think last year EY, I can just speak because I have a very big campus community of around Pune, Nutanix, Deloitte, BNY, EY. EY, I think took around 50 60 odd candidates last year. Last year also they took, and this year the number has come, uh, it has dipped to I think 15 20. So if you want to be in that criteria where you want to go and spend your time and you want to be placed and you want to be just free from this placement cycle, you should have that knowledge that will crack that company and that interview and you are placed. So I think all of, can you just raise your hand who are looking for placement? Everyone, I guess. Yeah, good. So I think any dream company, one or two can give me any dream company. Anyone? Any dream company? Deloitte. Okay. Yes. Okay. You? Okay. Okay. So have you started? So whatever the company's name you have taken, so did you go to that company's website? Did you go and check how the placement cycle works? How have you spoken to your alumni? So okay, I will come to that point. We can go. Okay, so there are some constraints, some barriers which you have to remove today itself. Seeing my presentation, probably that there are many barriers in a fresher's life. I know maybe the location, the CTC, the brand, but what do you think? Means I have seen candidates till this year also 2026 batch that due to some of the barriers they have lost a good offer from a very good company. So please don't keep these barriers like location. There are CTC barriers. There is a brand barrier. Whatever company comes to your college, um, please go for an interview. Go grab that opportunity. As a fresher, I think whatever CTC you are getting, you can calculate whatever is your basic expectation about CTC. It can be anything as per your calculations. You have to grab that CTC and get placed. If you don't, and if you cross that April May timeline, it's very difficult to get placed. There are huge candidates who are still waiting from 2026 batch. It's July, and I think my LinkedIn is completely filled with all the messages that they want to give them interview. There are candidates from IMs who are still waiting for my call because there are some demands which might come in later situation. Because if you see, I know all the companies in engineering, there are off campus drives. There are colleges who gives mass drives happens in many of the colleges in DY Patil, MIT, everywhere. There are the colleges combine themselves and there are huge drives, and many of the candidates get placed. But in management, if you check, there are very few companies who do off campus. They want to have on campus drive when the candidates are there in the college, and they want to complete it within October, November, December. December is the time where I think you should get placed. You try to have a, like a chalkboard where you want to get placed till December. So always try. Don't wait that a very good company might come, and you all know. For example, if you know that Deloitte is coming somewhere around in June, in January, February, and you are just waiting and you are leaving, there are candidates who have left companies because they think that one of the brand will come in that time space and we will just sit to that company and we will crack it. But it never happens. So always try to get placed whatever company comes. As a fresher, I think you go and grab that opportunity. You be in the company for 2 3 years and then start looking out for a good change. So this is the step that I will always suggest to any of the freshers according to my experience. Now, okay, so I think already you are going through many of the leadership programs. Uh, Whoever leader comes, start connecting them with on LinkedIn. Start checking their profiles, how they have gone in their career up in any of the areas where they are. Mentorship, I think you start having. I think from the college space only you will get some mentors. You start connecting with your alumni. I think for many of the freshers or the first year batch should always connect with your alumni, the second year students who are there, that how they are shaping their career also, and some of the alumni who are, if you have alumni base, you can check with them as well how they are doing in their career. So always make them the mentor, gain some real experiences, speaking to them how the company works, how what are the company's expectation from a freshers. This is one of the question that uh, I get it every day. So today also 24 candidates will join. They will obviously come and check that how they want to go uh, the next week, the 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 day after that week. So how they want to plan themselves. So see, I will tell you, at LTM we have almost 90k employees. We are touching around 1 lakh employees in some few months, and that's because we had this merger with Mindtree, and now we are almost around 90k employees spreaded across globe. In India, we have offices in Chennai, Kolkata, Bhopal, then Nagpur. We have Pune. In Pune, we have three offices. It's in Hinjewadi, in SB Road, in front of Marriott, and in Shivaji Nagar. So, you know how the space. There is a huge space going for all, and there is a huge hiring also going on around this space of engineering, B schools, and with all the geopolitical situation, the hiring numbers are, um, yes.
So, sir, Jai Hind, sir. I am Aditya.
Mhm.
So, as you talked about the resume, so,
Okay.
sir, many of the people lie in their resume and get
Correct.
into a big MNCs.
Hmm.
So, sir, is it a good thing or a bad thing? And if is it a good thing, so how can we use it in our advantage?
Okay, so lie as in what? In what space?
Like, sir, about their skills, or
Mhm.
it can be experience also.
Okay, so see, nowadays, so as rightly said by Aditya, I think it was there in some time years ago, because in those time, if you see, there is a very big shift happened post COVID. Before COVID, everything was very it was in a physical mode. All the companies, the background checks were very different. But if you see post COVID, the companies have changed a lot. So our background verification is so strict. I still am getting so many red flags from so many resumes, so many joiners. I will tell you, there are candidates who have worked at LTM for almost around 6 months, and there is a red flag came post. So there are two types of background verification. One is DG verification, which happens completely virtually, and one is traditional verification, which where the vendor partner goes to your house for address verification. They come to your college, they will check your roll number, your admission, your everything. Yeah, they will also, one of the candidate was yesterday, he was asked with for giving any of the college photos they have with the whole group of colleges, any event photos. So today the background verification, as of I know, in any of the IT companies is very strict. So for that candidate, post 6 months, when his experience was red flagged, that, and it is very easy. Now I will give you, it's very technical. If experience, you say that, obviously there are many candidates who are giving very fake experience certificate, offer letters. But nowadays the background verification happens from your PF structure, how if the company has any PF portal standby or not, they will check from there. They will also go to those companies physically and check if the company is there or not. If it is not there, they will take a photo and they will send it to the candidate that there is no physical evidence of that company. If there is also check through emails, if there might be many startups who came into this COVID time and they are closed, but obviously the company has worked and there will be some company there in those time. So there are ITR returns, there are many legal things which are working through background verification. So you never lie in any of the resume. It is, see, that 6 months work experience which he worked in my company in LTM, he was, the offer was revoked, and then the candidate was asked to leave the organization. So he was from a very good college, pan India, from one of the baby IIMs, and he lost his job. One of the candidate, he showed his experience as 2 years in in one of the company. That company was not physically detected. His CEO was completely aware that the company is not there. So he was always emailing us, and he was showing that means the company CEO is responding to all the emails, all the calls and everything. But then when checked, even that CEO was faked, and it was completely a different vendor who was doing all these things. So down the line, I think you will get caught, and it will impact your own employment. So you never lie for any of the experience. First of all, experience. Now coming to any of the certifications, see, you put everything in your resume. There might be a day where the leader, see, there are so many leaders, they only concentrate, they won't check your resume, they will only concentrate on your basic knowledge what you have gained through your MBA. Now there are many leaders who will only go through your resume. They will check what you have written in your resume. They will go on each and every event. I have seen leaders who check. Even I have seen leaders who have called the college president or the college director because he was an alumni from that college, or they have visited that college and asked that if that candidate is good or not. So in this means, it's always remember that interview day is your day. It might be bad, it might be good. If it's good, then it's good. If it's bad, then he will ask you all random questions, and the interview will be like, it will be very difficult to cross. Yes.
I have experience in totally different sector. So is it right to put that experience
Yeah,
in
yeah.
resume?
Yes. So you put your experience. See, when I go to any of the college and I know that you are a fresher and you have 2 years of experience, but me being from coming from an IT company, but you have an experience completely different into FMCG, sales, marketing. It's not relevant to me, but I will still take that experience because experience, as an experienced candidate, you have that knowledge, that how a company works, how a PF works, how probably you can take leaves around a company. So you have that knowledge. So I will. So there are two types of experience. One is relevant experience. One is experience. So relevant experience, if you have into IT, I will consider is as IT experience. But if you don't have a IT experience, but you have different experience, I can consider that experience. So you always put your experience. Don't put a fake experience, but put a experience. So you don't just miss it, because you want to always let the BU know or the leaders know that you have some experience and you are not a fresher. So there is a training module given to all the freshers. So when any of the management trainee joins, there is a training given as per the BU, whichever business you join. If it's media, then the training will be around media and entertainment. If it's SAP, then it will be around SAP. So the training, they know that we have 10 freshers, we have 2 experienced guys, and they will give you some other work to train you along, because you are already, you know, some background of this experience structure. So that's always there in your resume. Okay. Okay. Okay, so once you start, you got placed, you are there into this company. Now, how you will make your employer feel about you? So there always during the time of interview, during the time of meeting any of the leaders in any of the events, you should always show that you are an owner of that job. Any job given to you, you have to own that job. And you are, so in corporate life, there is no such person like a teacher who will continuously check on you, that how are you working, how are you feeling that day, if it's everything is good, everything is comfortable for you or not. They won't. Managers your leaders, your mentors won't be having time because they already have their own set of work. So you have, if some work is assigned to you, you take it in internship also. I will tell you that I last June, July, I took I think 5 interns into this campus recruitment. They had a very good time of 2 months. They just had to onboard all the candidates. They had to meet the candidates as an HR professional doing an internship for campus team. They had to visit all the colleges with me, and there will be some onboarding experience that they can share, they can take along with themselves. So this was the basic MBA HR work given to those 5 internship. But I think from obviously any of the companies won't tell that this is a internship PPO model nowadays. uh, the trend that is getting shifted to, I obviously come for all the full time hiring, but still L&T has means we have not gone to that stage that we will go for an internship and then a PPO offer. So we are still thinking about that stage, or to shift to that place where we will take 50 interns and from that we will convert to some to PPO. But there are companies and the trends are changing, that nowadays it's completely internship PPO hiring model which is going on in each of the companies. So they won't tell you first that it's a PPO. They will always tell you it's an internship of basic 2 3 months. But at the end of the internship, they will say that they will take some approval and they will say that we want to convert 1 or 2 guy or people into a PPO model, or we want to give a full time placement offer to those candidates. So always remember, internship, do it very seriously, because you think that it's just 2 months of internship. So my 5 interns came, they had a very good time at LTM. We have pool, we have pool table, we have a great area to play for a good work life balance. So the whole 2 months they were in coffee place, they were playing, and from there I only took one intern. So it is a very good opportunity to show in the 60 days that you are owning that work, whatever the work I am giving. Take it very seriously. In any of the companies where you do internship, you never know, on the last day they will give you an offer saying that we want to convert you to a full time employment. So always remember, first to own the work, then you have to be culturally fit. You have, once you are there into a organization, you always think how this company's culture works, what is the time management skills, how the leaders come. If you always have to check and be yourself in that way. So always check how the company's mission, how the goals align to your career as well, and you have to change in that way. You have to mold yourself into a cultural thing, because see, I will tell you a difference. In Amdocs, when I was working, it was a Israel company. They never had any restrictions on timings, and they always were very chill. You come at your own time, you complete your 9 hours of work, and then you can leave. But they were very strict on the attire that you come to office. Like no torn jeans, no sleepers, no chappals. They always wanted their employees to be well dressed, well, and they always had this policy about round neck t-shirts. You can't come in those formal, means just a semi formal style. So in Amdocs it was very clear in those space, but in LTM it's very chill. Here you can come in jeans, round neck t-shirts, it's not a problem. But obviously we have a policy around the dress code as well, but it is not that compulsory here. But if you see the timings, it's very compulsory here. You have, if your shift says that you are you need to work in 9 to 6, you have to be in office at 8:45. Otherwise there are your swipe should be at 8:45. So culturally you have to change. Looking your first day of induction, you will get to know from HRBU that yeah, these are my policies and you have to stick to those policies. Okay. Okay, so before going to any of the companies, before vouching to any of the companies, you need to think that what are your skills, which is your strength areas. So today, whoever has decided what is the stream that you want to take, be it marketing, finance, operations, HR, don't go into that traditional mindset that what the market says. मार्केट में अच्छा मार्केटिंग रोल्स है, या लास्ट ईयर दिस कंपनीज केम इनटू मार्केटिंग finance, and the placement here in the college is only restricted to this field, and probably MBA HR we don't have good placement, so we won't take MBA HR. It's always important to identify your skills, what you like, and then go ahead in your career, because I maybe you get placed in any of the stream, you take that stream, you go ahead with that stream, and you go into a company, but after 2 3 years you will feel that it's not that job that you were wanting, and you did your MBA because this is the last phase of your education. You don't want to come back and do a MBA again. So this is an MBA where you really decide your skills, whatever strength you have, jot down your strength, and then decide. If you think that you are a, for example, in human resource there are very less students who go into human resource, boys they won't go. So for me, getting into this campus role was mainly because all the companies wanted one guy person, because we have to travel a lot, we have to our from October to almost around March, I keep on traveling to all the colleges. So they wanted someone in that space. If you see training and development is mainly they will take some girls. That let's take some girls. The first criteria comes into that. Labor laws. They want some analytical minds who know laws and all. In this way, you get to know which is your skills, which is your strength areas, and then decide. Okay. Okay, I think that's it. Any questions for me? Yeah,
Jain sir,
yeah.
my name is Samarth Nathe. As you have mentioned that internship doesn't count it as work X, and I know that too. Uh, but I had experience of internship under my undergraduations, and also heard from many leaders that interns are the backbone of the company. They work a lot, and the leaders in the company do supervise them. So why this our work done in that particular company as an intern doesn't count as work X?
Correct. So see, you are doing an internship for 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. If you see in any of the companies, the it's mainly of like background verification doesn't work for 2 3 months. There is no, for an intern, if you come to LTM, there won't be a permanent ID card given to an internship. There is a different ID card process altogether for an internship. The laptops that you get is not like the permanent employees that you get. Then there are no PF, means there is no, you get stipend but you don't get a salary. So that's because it's not a work experience, it's a experience. Obviously it's an experience, but it's a internship experience, it is not a work experience, because work experience is a place where you are full time employment of that company. You don't leave that company in 2 3 months or a 1 month span. So that's because it's just internship. So, because of the short time span, correct. Yeah, girls, any questions? Don't want to ask? I know it's lunch time, right? 2:30. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Jain sir, I am Ayush,
Mhm.
and I want to ask that what is the most common but major missing gap between what the colleges teach and what the companies actually demand?
See, today, in today's time, I think there is no gap, because it was there probably at my time, where we never had any interaction. We used to have company visit. We went to Volkswagen, we went to Coca-Cola plant, but we just went. We had a whole day session over there. Also went to Mapro to just check how the things work. But we used to just see. But today you can see all the leaders coming to your college. They are sharing their own personal experience, how they have grown in their career. So I think today there is no gap, but one thing I think all the leaders will tell, that you need to have good domain knowledge. First is that criteria, that always be very strong on your domain knowledge. There are no leaders who just bluff. You can't bluff in front of any of the leaders, because they are already doing this for every year. They are taking interviews of all the candidates every year, and they know in the first 5 6 minutes that there was a candidate in MBHR whom I was taking an interview from SPGen, and there as SPGen is a global program, so he said that he has worked into recruitment in Dubai, and then with all the interview, as the interview progressed, I saw that as per Dubai laws you can't do any interviews there, and you can't take any information like you do in India. What is your CTC? What is your work experience? How many years you have worked, or which companies you have worked? You can't do that. When I asked, he said that he has just read all about it from his past employers. So I think if you are doing something, just put it on your work, means your resume, because the leaders will be more interested in what you know. But I don't think that there is much of a gap today, because college gives you more of all the knowledge that they have, and they are also calling all the leaders to share their practical knowledge. So I think the gap is already very lessened, and it will go more in coming days.
Thank you, sir. Sir, I have one more question. Like you mentioned, the tier one colleges, MDI, IMI, IIMs. So a lot of students from baby IIMs get the same package as the students from the tier two and tier three colleges. So what are the qualities that, as a part of tier two or tier three institute, we students must build or inculcate in ourselves from the very starting, so that we can outperform them, at least if not outperform them, then become at that level.
I think many of the colleges are outperforming, because I can see the demands that were given to me for all the tier 1 colleges are now dipping down because of the expectations that
Yes.
those candidates have. So I think too much of case studies, like you have to go inside and do as much case study as possible. You have to know what is going on around markets, what is the news, that are current affairs should be very good. I have taken interviews of BIMTech, I have taken interviews of BITS for their admission procedure, and I have seen that current affairs is what they are very strong with. The knowledge that they are coming with is very, the number of case studies, the presentations that they give. So you have to think something different, how you can give a presentation. So there are, so we have a designing studio at LTM in Powai, in Mumbai. So we, for that designing studio interview, there is no such physical interview is taken. There is only a designing problem given to a candidate. If you come, solve that problem and share it with us, and show how the problem statement you have solved it, is just that interview. So once, so all the leaders sit together, they go through all the case studies, they will see how the problem statement is solved, and those design students are, there is no online test for the designing students. It's just on the basis of those 5 to 6 case studies which are given to all the candidates. So always think that how you can think something different, and it's not the same PowerPoint slides, like things that you are showing to all the leaders. You have to perform something different.
Thank you so much,
Okay.
sir.
Any other? Yeah, I will come.
After 5 years. So what is the
I
most
think that question is gone now. So so it was obviously, they will see the vision that where do you see yourself, but always remember that as a fresher, right now you can always tell that right now you want to start the career with, and obviously you, if it's a bit, so I have many job descriptions, like there are business analysts, there are business development executive, there are financial analysts, there are consulting jobs. So if you are going for that job description, obviously you know the job description before the interview. So if you see the business analyst role, obviously you tell that right now you're starting with a business analyst role, and then in 5 years you will be seeing on a very good domain knowledge experience or domain consultant. In that area you want to drive yourself, and whatever your future goals is. So you want to just show that vision, that you are seeing that vision through this company and through this role.
So the answer should be realistic or more ambitious, sir?
So it's, I think, more ambitious can be, it's a two different type of word. So you keep it, you stick to realistic approach. Don't be much of a ambitious, because see, many of the candidates will tell, I want to be a VP of that company. But everyone knows you can't be a VP in 5 years. You need at least 20-25 years. Obviously startups like Zepto, Flipkart, you will see there are many jobs given to 2 years, 3 years job experience, and the role is VP or director. Those roles fancy in between those startup companies, but if you see, the roles will be of senior manager is okay, but you can't vouch that I want to be a VP in like 5 years. You can't. Okay, so always be realistic to your goals. Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Jai Hind, sir. I'm Smriti Nahak. I have a question that how we actually gain a knowledge in our domain. What are the steps we actually follow with ourselves? Because institute will also tell us. But what are the actual points which will we remember in our mind when we actually started to knowledge in our specialization?
So, okay. So, I think earlier what we used to do, we never used to go through the reference book. So, whatever books you get nowadays, so there are two types of different curriculum which will be available everywhere. One you take that book just before 15 days of your exams, and then you just read it and you pass your subject. But I think there are some books which are written by good, I think, educational authors. You go to that book, you research more, you check what are there. Reference book will give you, so we used to have Nirali Prakashans, and they the whole I think subject used to be in like 100 pages, and they used to publish that book in our times, because just to pass before 15 days you take that book. See, MBA, if you want to pass or you want to be in a university topper, you can easily be, but the knowledge, it will only come through some of the books that you read. You go deep into that subject, you know, and you remember those. Many of the leaders, they do ask that in interview only, because see, many of the leaders come from manufacturing, from IITs, BITS, Pilani. They will come from some of the IIMs. They will always ask you which books you have read, which subject is there in this semester. These are the very basic questions that they will start. And if you can't say your subjects in like your semester, I think in third semester you go for the placement. If you don't know which semester, probably which subjects you have in third semester, second semester, or first semester, then how they will check your domain knowledge. So it's always from the grassroots level where they will check. They will also check which subjects are there. For example, if somebody asks me in MBA HR what labor laws you, so if I am taking an interview of any of the HR candidate, I will check with them what labor laws do you know, which book you are referring for labor law. So these are the very basic questions, and if you say no, I don't know, so there the interest of the interviewer is lost. So always remember, domain knowledge doesn't mean that you have to just tell them what you have learned, what internship you have done. What you have done is, and what the core of that subject is, you should know. Yeah.
Jain sir, myself Sanskriti. Sir, as a recruiter, in a marketing student, what do you see the quality?
I think, see, when we come for an interview, we don't see any any such bifurcation. We don't have. It's not that we are coming for marketing, finance, or HR. As a management trainee in any of the domain, the roles are such. If I am coming as a management trainee, so many of the companies will only come as management trainee. They will first train you and then they will deploy you in different BUs. So always remember, they will ask you, it's not that just marketing that they will ask you that what you have learned in first year, what you have learned in first semester or third semester, and then they will come, what is your stream. They will come at the last, that what is the stream that you have taken. If marketing, then obviously whatever your marketing strengths are, you can show. But always remember, they won't come in such a way that you are a MBA marketing, because we post the online test, they don't look that what means they are all MBA students. They only know that MBA students. They don't know that who is MBA finance. Obviously, some of the job description will allow, and some of the leaders will have that job description that we want only MBA marketing students. We don't want anyone from finance background. Then it's okay. They know that whatever interviews they are coming as MBA marketing. Also always remember, when any of the recruiter shares job description, go through that job description. Job description plays very vital role. So when I share job description to any of the college, I share almost around 5 6 job descriptions. You go through the job description, check where your strength aligns, and only apply to that job description. Don't apply to other job description, because you know that that is not where you want to go or which business you want to go. If there is a data analytics business which says that they want MBA marketing, then you have to go to that BU. You can't go to any other BU which says that they are okay with all the MBA students. So always remember that. Any other thing? Yeah.
Jain sir, my name is Namne Chaudhary. Sir, I had an situational question for there were two person giving an interview. One had more technical or domain skills, and another proved to be had more creative and critical thinking. So, which one would be more preferred?
No, it's not that. See, for example, as you give, that one is creative, one is technical, or one is experienced and one is fresher. It's never like that. If you are going into an interview with, and one of the previous interview was for a person who was completely experienced. He had 3 years of experience, and now that for the same job I am as a fresher, what will be my motivation? You always know that what is your strength. If you are thinking, if you have to prove to that manager or the leader that creative thinking or technical thinking or experienced or fresher, I am the right fit for this job. Even a fresher gets a different mindset or different views altogether into a company. So always remember, as a fresher, why we hire so many freshers, because we want to have those new ideas, no new brains into the companies, because there are already problem statement which are been solved by all the leaders. We want some new aspects or new areas where all the freshers, all Gen Zs can come and solve those problem statements. So be it creative or technical, you have to prove the leader that you are the best for this job. So it might be anything. Then at the end of the interview, it's always obviously the leader's choice. Okay. Any other thing? Yes.
Jain sir, my name is Ayushi Sharma. Sir, what is the one mistake that most MBA students make during their 2 years of MBA or PGDM, and how we can avoid it?
I think for a fresher, I think freshers are very rigid. So I have multiple locations. So now if I say in a class of 200, if I say that you 10 are selected and you all have to go to Chennai. So you will first think, Chennai, how will I go? And what is the CTC that the company is offering? Is the role better or not? And means obviously you will have so many problems around you, personal problems, your family issues. There will be many issues, but going to a new city, new culture, how you will adapt, this is one of the thing that I think freshers face a lot. But you can't be rigid. You have to be flexible. You have to start uh, with your means that is the first chance which you show to any of the organization that you are flexible and you are ready to work. So you can do all the rigidness once you have 3 years of experience or 4 years of experience. As a fresher, I think you have to be flexible. And I think in this industry, in this time where the placement seasons are dripping a lot, there is much company not coming for an interview. So in this time, the flexibility is one of the place where you can get placed. The company will catch you, and I think you have to be flexible. Okay. Yeah.
Jai Hind, sir. My name is Neha Tiwari. My question is to you is what quality that freshers should have which make them more memorable to a recruiter?
I think your confidence, how you speak, how you communicate, how you share your experiences, what you have learned in past. So they will be obviously any of the leaders will want to know that this candidate has worked in his internship or her internship and done a lot of things. You know lot many things. So when I take any interview in HR round, I concentrate more on internship, that what you have done, what you have learned, how your feedback was from those companies, and if possible, I go on checking how what kind of knowledge that you have gained from internship. And in this process, I think the confidence gets built up, and we get to know that yes, the candidates means she is confident, and she has good communication skills. She was there for 2 months of internship, and then you are also showing that you are loyal to that company, or you were there. Maybe internship, I have seen. So there is a college called IBS Pune. So in IBS, I go to take internship interviews where I think all the marketing, sales. There is a company means Amul. Amul always visits that college, and I think they give good task to all the candidates. They make sure that they launch one product, and then they will tell around Pune they set up their own camps or Amul camps, and they will tell those internship candidates to sell those products. And some candidates have actually, because when I start taking the interviews, I see there are almost 10 candidates with the similar kind of internship experience. So everyone went to Amul, and everyone is selling some or the other products around Pune. So this is their internship all into. But for 2 months, only few candidates have tried selling. It's not, they can lie to me that they have sold many products. But once, how we get to know, because the internship candidate knows that area, knows that place, he knows that how many people took that quality of Amul product. So in this process, we get to know how you have done your internship, and in this way, the even the recruiter, hiring manager builds a confidence on that candidate, and then he says to me that Anirban, go ahead with the HR round. So in this way, the internship, the interview phase goes on. Yeah.
Jain sir, I am Avina, and my question to you is, sir, what if a fresher have gap year? We should take it positively or negatively?
Gap year, as in regarding your
Yes,
year down, or you had a backlog.
No, sir. I was preparing for my government
Yeah,
exams.
that's completely fine. So I think anything regarding your preparation, if you were going for like any of the CAT score, or you took a break, you had a family issues, economic crisis, those everything is fine around all the companies. But if you have YD, or due to some problem you had a backlog and you couldn't clear the back, and you had a year down, then we had to take some exceptional approval. If the interview is very good and the candidate is very good, there are exception approvals. Also, please remember which I am seeing this year's joiners, 2026 joiners, many of them got backlog in third semester, in fourth semester. As per my criteria, I cannot go ahead and get them joined because they have a live backlog. So always try that you got placed in third semester or second semester, and then you are like, now I am placed and I can do anything. So you always concentrate on your studies till you pass your MBA. You have to, many of the companies have 55%, 60% criteria. Please keep it up till your last semester. You can't fall short before joining. So if means that offer will be revoked if you don't fall in that eligibility criteria. So always remember, you study till your last day and till your convocation is done. And once that is done, you are any which ways an MBA graduate. So always remember 4 semesters. Please uh, like uh, do all the knowledge sharing, presentation, max to max case studies. Once you get placed, start going to their website, check what are the client base they have, what are the projects that they have, and once you start with your first day of interaction, you know that company, yeah, be it Deloitte, be it Cognizant, be it any company. So just go through their website. Once you are placed, you know what is their CEO, because the first week the managers, the leaders, the AVPs, VPs, because most of the management trainees are given under AVP, VP, they will ask you how, what do you know about this company? Who is the CEO? Where are we located? These are the basic question in interviews as well. And if you are asked in interview, if you don't know, don't lie. Don't say any XYZ name. Be always confident and sure. Okay? Yeah. Any questions? Yes.
Jain sir, my name is Spandan.
Mhm.
Suppose you have two people. One is very formally dressed, well groomed, and he has everything. And second person is casually dressed, like not badly dressed, but casually dressed. But two people have nearly equally skills, or the casual dressed one has some slightly upskill. So, what's your take on this?
So
Does
see,
it completely make a difference?
obviously it makes a difference, because see, in an interview, if I see someone sitting in a round neck t-shirt, and if I see someone sitting in a formal shirt with a tie, I will obviously see the professionalism that he has come for an interview. Interview is not just, I know that you will go through many of the interviews. There will be rejection, there will be selections. Candidates come up to me when they are very scared because they have given 5 interviews, they are still not placed. There are very few companies coming to the college now in this mode of time. So still you can't be casual, because me coming to your college, we are investing some time in you. So my leaders are coming. There are companies who are very professional, and if I see someone very lacking in his dress sense, so I don't know how, means see, the leaders are still traditional. There will be people who still believe that you have to come for an interview well dressed, well prepared. You just can't come and have that 15-20 minutes, just sit and give the interview and go. You can't come like that. If it's physical, you need to be polished. If it's virtual, you still need to be polished. Your background should be good. You just can't sit in your any place, any cafe. There are much noise around you, and you are given an interview. Interview, whatever it might be, after 5 6 rejection, you are there, you are very demotivated, still you have to give the interview very nicely. Otherwise that one chance of getting placed will also go because of your dressing sense. So always it doesn't take much of a thing. You just have to dress well and give the interview. Okay. Yes.
Jain sir, myself Mehak Joshi. I just wanted to know what strategies or what skills I have to develop if I will go with HR specialization.
HR, I think you have to be very good with your laws. You concentrate more on labor laws. But now in HR also, according to the job description, you can prepare yourself. If some company is coming for HR business partner role, then according to that, obviously laws, CSR, you have to concentrate more on that. If the role is more of a training and development, your presentation skills, your communication skills, that will be more checked. If it's recruitment, if it's uh, more of a generalist profile, then you can be there, means you should know everything very neatly and nicely. Okay. Okay, I think that's it. Okay, so if you still have any more question, you can reach out to me on LinkedIn. You can have your uh, like all your questions collect, and you can give it to Professor Rati, and then she can reach out to me. But thank you so much, sir, and thank you, Rati ma'am, as well for inviting me. I came last year as well, but it was not an induction program. But this year, I think I got a very good flavor of PGDM batch. So best of luck and do well, study well, and get placed soon. Thank you.